What's going on YouTube? It's Donez, and y'all probably have been wondering where I've been. To sum it all up, I've been going through some stuff with college and schoolwork, so I had to stop for the tutorials for a little, but I am back. I'm gonna try to push these out weekly if I can. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be on the same day every single week, but it will be, like, for example, like if I post, you know, on a Wednesday, next week it could maybe be on a Thursday or a Friday or even a Monday or a Tuesday, just sometime during the week. I'm gonna be trying, like I said, to get these tutorials out weekly. Hopefully I'm able to do that, but getting that out of the way, today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make Detroit R&B melodies for artists like BabyTron and anybody in ShittyBoyz. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this with anybody else who would like to see it. And let's get right into this tutorial. Alright, so it is actually 2 days after I recorded the intro. I had previously recorded a first Detroit R&B tutorial, and then my mic wasn't on, so this is the second time I'm doing it. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Detroit R&B beat for people like BabyTron and ShittyBoyz. The first thing I'm going to do is drag my BPM down to, I'm going to drag it down to like 90. And then I'm going to throw in a scale. I'm going to leave a link to these in the description. I'm going to grab F# minor. And basically all we're going to be doing is I'm going to grab a string. I'm going to grab it out of Labs. This is a free plugin you can find. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. If I remember, I'm going to go to strings. I'm going to go to, I believe it's Ensemble. And I'm going to create chords off of these. So we are in F# minor. So I'm going to go to the 1, which is F. And we are going to create a chord. So how to create a chord is you skip every one. So you're going to just keep skipping, and I'm going to extend these, and I'm going to put on the pendulum just to kind of like hear out like where I need to switch chords at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold control and do control B, and then I'm going to do up or down 5 or 7. It's going to sound good automatically, so I'm just going to go down 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I'm going to extend this, then I'm hearing it again, so I'm going to do control B and paste it over again. Feeling it switch right here, but I'm also like kind of hearing like it resolve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dominant 7th chord, which basically means that it's going to resolve. It's going to sound like a lot better when it resolves. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. All you got to do is go to the 5th in whatever scale you're in. So since I'm in F# minor, it's 1 2 3 4 5, and on this 5, a dominant 7th is always going to sound good when it resolves, if I could explain that correctly. So the root note of the dominant 7th is going to be this C#5. So I'm going to go up to here, go to advanced, and go to 7. Make sure it's regular 7, advanced, and 7, and I'm going to put it on C#5, and then I'm going to duplicate this over to match the bounce of the chords. Then I'm going to do control B to paste this over, and then do alt R to randomize velocities, and press accept. I'm going to get some type of harp. I'm going to go into Xenology, lay down some kind of like harp, like top melody. Obviously, that sounds good. So I'm just going to create kind of like a Detroit top melody with this. I'll just do control B to paste it through, and do alt R to randomize. I'm going to change it up right at the end. I'm gonna get like a Detroit like synth bass kind of. I'm gonna go into purity, And I'm gonna go into synth bass 1. This one's used very common in Tron beats. Producers like DamJonBoi and like By Kyle like use this like all the time. This is like probably like the go-to preset for them Tron beats. I'm gonna put it in the 4th octave. And I'm going to kind of like create tension right here. As it leads up into the next one, I'm just gonna make notes like right next to each other in the scale. It might sound stupid at first because this A is completely out of key, but it's gonna sound good when it hits there. I was just using my ears to make this pattern up here. I'm gonna do Control B to paste that over. I'm going to put a top string in. I'm going to go back into labs, and I'm going to use this long preset right here, and I'm just gonna use like the top, like I'm just gonna do it like the like R&B songs where they have like that really high top string. Control up arrow. I'm gonna highlight these with Control and then press Shift on them to duplicate it, and then do Control down arrow. I'm gonna add a bell. I'm gonna go into Michigan Baby Volume 2, and I'm just gonna grab the best bell, and I'm just gonna delete the scale just so I can follow the bass notes easier. So it's F sharp. I'm gonna highlight to the 3 to the 1 and then paste this over with Control. I'm gonna add in my hit at the very end. Add in some hi-hats. I'm gonna go to the magnet, do half step, and then go to the brush and click on this to make it the same note length, and then let's create some rolls. I'm just gonna paste that same pattern all the way over. I'm going to hold down on Control and highlight from the 2 to the 1, and then just do Control B 3 times. I'm gonna do Alt R to randomize. Now, since these beats are kind of like JonBoi inspired, I'm gonna use a crash instead of an open hat. I'm gonna get this Gliss one out of my kit and just kind of make like an open hat pattern. I'm gonna get the deserve snare out of. I'm gonna get the deserve snare out of my Michigan Baby Volume 2. This is up on my YouTube right now too, so go get it. It's completely free. I'm add in a lead. I'm gonna go into Purity, and there's this one lead preset that's like really good for these like 90s R&B kind of inspired like Detroit beats. It's this cheap lead right here. And what I'm going to do is kind of just, I'm going to throw my scale back in I'm gonna go to minor scales. I'm gonna do F sharp minor because that's what we're in. I'm just gonna make a pattern following the scale. And what you could do right here is I'm gonna go into half step even though it's already in there, and I'm gonna add these like little slides like as the lead comes in, where it kind of like makes it like wobbly almost, kind of like a mod wheel. Slide into each other right here. I'm going to copy that over with Control B. I actually like it the entire way through, so I'm going to leave it. And now I'm going to add my 808. I'm going to go into the Michigan Baby Volume 2 kit. I'm grab my own 808, and then what they do in these songs, since they're like really like kind of like, I'd say like JonBoi inspired, is I'm gonna use kind of like what like that JonBoi bass line is, or JonBoi 808 pattern kind of. So I'm gonna delete my sampler or my scales just so they're not showing up, and I'm gonna just follow the bass notes. I'm gonna make sure I'm in step 2. I'm gonna do I'm gonna highlight this and do Shift D to fit to the grid, and I'm just gonna highlight over these with Control again, and then do Alt scroll wheel up. B to copy this over. Transpose this one up so it's less muddy with the 808s. I'm gonna highlight over everything that's like melodic, everything that has like a tune to it. So drums really don't matter like that, but like 808s and like melodies do. And I'm going to go to transpose, and I'm gonna transpose this like twice up. Going to do Control down arrow. Click on these rectangles and do Control L to just route them, and now I'm going to do Control and left click to select over all these and just level them down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be mixing and just adding on effects just to make everything level. I'll be cutting out some of the lows. I'm actually going to leave the bass so it's actually bassy. You could do with your 808 is actually EQ some of the lows with the 808s, because it'll make it less muddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down on this little effect wheel right here, and it'll say steep 8 in the top left. All this is going to make it is steeper, and you could take out like some of the like very low frequencies, and it'll actually make the 808 punch low. Another great thing you could do is actually go here and do 40 hertz cut. preset right here. I'll leave this in the description as well. With the drums, you could kind of leave clean because they usually come pre-processed in kits. Forgot one thing. I'm gonna add some like JonBoi, like kind of inspired Percs. I'm gonna use this clav right here. I'm also gonna add this rim right here. I noticed they do this on a lot of the beats too, where they'll add the rims like kind of like here, and then they'll pitch them down all the way. So I'm gonna do control down arrow. Paintbrush as well, and I'm going to do half step, and I'm going to kind of just add some rolls in these clavs. Again, anything not routed, just do Control L after you highlight on the rectangles, and it'll put it in there. I'm going to arrange this. I'm going to do split by channel after right clicking. I'm going to hold shift, click on the first pattern, and then while holding shift still, click on the last and drag it in. I'm going to make sure these are all the same length, and then I'm going to hold control, drag over these, and do control B to paste these over. And now all I'm going to be doing is really just deleting anything that I shouldn't that I don't think should be in the intro, and just kind of making my verse from there. Detroit beats usually really don't even have a hook. It's usually just like intro and then verse, verse, verse. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. Tag in. I'm gonna throw my tag right here, and I'm also gonna put on my tag preset. All you gotta do to do this is obviously just highlight over this, do Control L, or highlight over this since it's not in the actually no, yes it is right here. Click on this rectangle, do Control L, and it's gonna route, and then just drag. I'm gonna leave this preset in the description, this tag preset, and then I'm just gonna level this out. And here is the final beat.
Diamonds.